Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's second topic. Has Undisputed found their replacement for Shannon Sharpe? It's looking like they have. Because reports are coming out that a certain somebody who has had his on-air battles with Skip Bayless has met with Skip Bayless secretly at a hotel room to discuss partnering up. And who am I talking about? I'm talking about future Hall of Famer, former Legion of Boom member, Richard Sherman. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the quick clip of him taking direct shots at Skip Bayless's accomplishments as a journalist. And then we're going to break down what this team up could be for the foreseeable future. So without further ado, this is an older clip from them from First Take days. Let's get started.
How good do you believe you are?
Well, I believe my numbers speak for themselves. I mean, my tape speaks for itself. My tape is my resume. That's what I leave it up to. I mean, you can say whatever you want. Skip can say whatever he wants, but Skip, whenever you refer to me, whenever you speak to me, whenever you address me as All-Pro Stanford graduate, because those are some accomplishments you can aspire to, you will never accomplish. You have never accomplished anything. So, but those things are on my resume. Those are what I've done. It's my second year in the NFL, going on my third. I mean, you tell me who's wrong.
Okay, I'll accept that. I think I've accomplished more in my field than you have in yours, though you're just getting started.
So I'm the top of my field. So I'm all pro. I'm the best, one of the best 22 players in the NFL. You're going to brush it off, but I don't think you're the best 22 anything in sports and in media and anything. I think you
debatable.
Think more of yourself than you actually can, prove. But
okay. Do you think you're better than Darrelle Revis is right now?
In my 24 years of life, I'm better at life than you.
Okay.
So
all right, that's fair.
Let's get down to that.
Let's not get personal here. I just want to know.
It's not
do you think you're better than Darrelle Revis is right now?
I'm better than you. So I have nothing to say about him. I mean, that's pretty much done. My numbers speak for themselves.
Now you want to trash talk me, which is totally cool with me.
Actually, I'm on a campaign to do a lot of community service.
Okay, I know you are at your high school. We're going to talk about that in just a minute.
High school, speaking to high school kids.
What's your goal? Richard, what's your motive here?
To be the best NFL corner in.
Okay, but do you want to promote yourself into a bigger name, a household name, so that you can do more commercials and maybe have your own show? Is that your goal?
The first team All-Pro is my goal. I accomplished it. So now it's on to bigger and better things. Those are my goals. Those are always going to be my goals. Fine. That is perfectly fine because I understand that. I am intelligent enough, capable enough to understand that you are ignorant, pompous, egotistical, cretin. And that's really what it comes down to. And I'm going to crush you on here in front of everybody because I'm tired of hearing about it.
I think you're having a problem crushing me because you've avoided every question that we've asked you about why you're engaging in so much trash talk with Revis and Roddy and all the others.
I'm talking to you right now. This isn't about any of them. So let's talk here, right now. I mean, you're bringing up old stuff. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about right here, right now. On the screen, it says 12 picks, 4 forced fumbles, and 2 NFL seasons. Let's talk about that.
So that's them going at each other, okay? And here's the thing. Those are some low blows. Hey, I'm talking about nut punches. But I think that this went personal. Because this is an old thing, but they've never fixed whatever that was. That never did. And back then, everybody remembers Richard Sherman. He was pretty much the 50 Cent of the NFL. The man was beefing with literally everybody. Roddy White, like everybody. Roddy White, the entire 49ers, Crabtree, everybody. Like, the man was beefing with Skip Bayless, beefing with Darrelle Revis, like beefing with commentators. The man was just going off. So he was the epitome of 50 Cent when he was in his heyday of the NFL. So I have no problem with that. What I will say is this. With the connection, because there's already a very heated line that those two would share almost immediately. Because no matter how much you say sorry to somebody, you can never take back words. That's why, the old adage is nothing cuts deeper than words. Because most wounds, you'll even forget about it. You'll be like, yeah, I got cut by something now. It doesn't even hurt no more. But words, if the right circumstances show itself or rear its head, can open up a old wound, which will show that it's been festering, and it will reach a boiling point. And that's why I truly believe that as much as this might be entertaining, meaning it will garner eyes to view it consistently, I don't think that this can be a long-term solution for the replacement of one named Shannon Sharpe. And I want to make sure I get that point across, because Shannon, when he came in, was nowhere near the star that he is now. You get where I'm coming from? Shannon built up his stardom on Undisputed. A lot of people do not remember. He was on NFL, what's it called, on the NFL Network. He used to be on there. Or it was the NFL Network or Fox. No. Yeah. It was on, ESPN. I'm sorry. It was ESPN or the NFL Network. And he used to be on there for like a year. And they cut him. They just didn't see what he is now. A lot of people hate Skip Bayless, but I will say this. He has opened the door for a lot of people. Rob Parker, Shannon Sharpe, Stephen A. Smith, the list goes on. So this could be the trampoline that catapults Richard Sherman into the upper stratosphere. Because the problem with former players is that because they're former players, they bring credence to any argument in which they make. That's the conundrum. Because if you've played at the highest level in the NFL, people are going to respect what you're saying more because you are battling against those guys, right? The problem is people usually only see them as former players, and a distinction has to be made. See, Shannon Sharpe has successfully broken himself from that. People do not view Shannon Sharpe as a football player no more. They view him as a media giant, a media talent. That's what they view him as. They know what he did in the past, and they respect him for it. But he has separated the two worlds, which means money. Because anytime you can successfully break yourself away from whatever you were originally known as, to now build up something as its own entity, it equals success. I'll give you the perfect example. It's the same reason why Steve Urkel you can only look at him as Steve Urkel. It's the same reason why we can only look at Zach Morris as Zach Morris. Because as great as they were, as spectacular as they were in those roles, they were never able to do anything else to break from that mold of that character. We don't even know them as actors. We just know them as the character. I don't know Jaleel White, yes, because he's been the voice of Sonic and all that stuff, but we don't really know him. We don't know him. We just know him as Steve Urkel. Did I do that? Come on, Carl, let's go. Hi, Laura. You're looking smashing today. That's what we know him as. That's why you see so many Disney actors and actresses go so far left, because they're trying to break themselves out of the mold that they've been casted in. And that's the problem with a lot of former players. People do not see them outside of the player role. And Shannon has successfully broke himself out of that mold. The question is, can Richard Sherman do the same thing on the same platform that allowed Shannon Sharpe to find his niche. Personally, look, I don't think so. Two reasons why. I think he'll find success, but I don't think he'll outweigh the way Shannon is. Shannon is a natural, like a natural jokester. As big and as muscular as he is, he's hilarious. He's funny. And he's quick quip. You like that? QQ. He has a quick quip. His quips, his punchlines, his ability to tell stories, all those things go back into the hilarity that is his personality on TV. And I even said this before. I said that I think it's going to be tough for Shannon just as much as it's going to be on Skip to find success away from Undisputed. Because I made this point, as much as he's become a star, and I'll be real with you, I think Shannon should just go away from the sports. I think he should go into food and all this other stuff, really broaden his horizons. Now would be the time for him to do so, right? It would be the perfect, like you see how Snoop Dogg was cooking with certain person and doing all this stuff, traveling, doing driving, having his own different show, totally taking him out of the realm of rap. You know what I mean? I think the same thing, Shannon would have to do the same thing, because speaking sports and stuff like that, I just feel like as much as he's broken away from Undisputed, they'll always look at him as Skip Bayless' sparring partner. You get where I'm coming from? Because you have to understand, people love to hate Skip. They love to. As much as they hate him, they love to hate him. You get where I'm coming from? They love to boo him. They love to disagree with him. And he's viewed as a perpetual villain. Whoever goes against him, funny, quick-quipped, having hilarity in the way that they carry themselves, is going to be viewed as the hero. So when they're going against each other, people are rooting for you. It's easier. You can front run. Now it's, okay, you got to do it yourself, and can you carry? So hopefully he can, but what do I think about this Richard Sherman thing? Look, I think that he can have success. I think that maybe even 2-3 years we'll get used to him being on there if it comes to pass that he is it. But I don't think he'll have nowhere near the career that a Shannon Sharpe has been able to develop, because let's be real, Shannon Sharpe, in all intents and purposes, has become just as big as a media giant as one named Stephen A. Smith. And Stephen A. Smith has been on that game, or the top of that game, for a while now, showing out in, I believe it was General Hospital, being on soap operas and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff he does outside of First Take. What do you guys think? Do you think Richard Sherman could be the successor to Shannon Sharpe on Undisputed? Let me know down in the comment section what you think, because as much as I think it can work for a little bit, I think eventually two hotheads, something's going to crack, something's going to break, and it'll be an explosive breakup, which will, probably end the show, because Sherman has a temper. On and off the field, he has shown that he has a temper. And I'm not berating the guy. The guy's a super successful guy, very well spoken. But to battle somebody and keep gnawing at the same things over and over, eventually those things start to become personal. It's very hard to differentiate between things. And let's be real, he was part of the Legion of Boom. And he's never put down the boom. But that's another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you all for watching. You know how we get down. We have fun and we laugh. But everything we talk about is rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. You know I love the comments. Just be respectful. That's all I ask. And if you would like to donate to this channel to help it grow, bottom of the screen, QR code to a Cash App. The Cash App's how we do all donations, and it's located in the description of this video. And the name of it is The Wunderkind Show. Also available is the Patreon. And look, we're about to have more tiers open up as the year, the NFL season gets ready to kick off, we're going to have an additional 2 tiers on the Patreon. So, and it's going to be amazing. I'm telling you, you guys are going to love the tiers, and it's going to be a lot of access, so much access to extra content and stuff like that I feel, especially during the regular season, is going to be absolutely bombastic. So go out there and get that. It's totally worth it. But once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This show is Nitro signing off, and as always, you guys know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yerp.